Hi out there in the YouTube world. It's me again, the Puzzle Master. And today's video is going to be all about like ancient maps. So get stoked for that. And Hollow Earth, Agartha. I know that this is a very popular topic because of all the videos that I have. Agartha and Hollow Earth are like the true history of the Earth. That's my #1 video. And yeah, so I know that it's like a popular topic. So that's why I'm like, hey, I'm gonna share what I know about this. Because there's quite a bit. Like ancient legends, religions as well. Like in the Bhagavad Gita, the Torah, even the Hopi Indians, like, and the Dogon tribe. There's lots of people that have past legends of like an inner hollow world down throughout time. And there's maps from the 15th century that I'm going to be sharing with you. Some of them might be like 16th, 17th century, but for the most part they're basically 15th century. And most of them, or at least some of them, I'm going to tell you a bit about them as I'm showing you. And yeah, it's just really fascinating to me because if you look at the maps, like for the most part, they're crazy accurate. And they didn't apparently have planes and stuff, so how they got these advanced aerial views of the world is just a mystery, really. Fascinating mystery. But yeah, please like and share this, and I'll get to the images. In this one, you can very, very clearly see the Bargos Islands. I'm not 100% sure if this is a Mercator map or whose map this is, but it is written in Latin. I'll try to give you a good close-up of some of it, and of the Bargos. So if you want to do some translating in your own detective work, go ahead. But yeah, this map is very fascinating to me. Over here we have Greenland and Grokland, which is this really, really oblong island. Obviously, like, it's changed now, and if you go and look at Google Earth and consider this being Greenland, and you follow the coastline, these islands, or this island Grokland, is now all broken up. So this must be from an older time period, before there had been erosion and the spreading of Grokland into, I forget the name of it now. But it's right beside Greenland, and it's a group of islands. They're like the Queen's Islands or something. But yeah, that's one map there for you. Okay, so here's another one. This one's really interesting because it shows the Bargos as well. And again, this is an ancient map. So, we're just looking at it and observing. Because did you know that the map projection that we use to this day is the Mercator map projection? And a lot of these maps I'm going to be showing you are from Mercator. Now, a lot of ancient literature as well as stories. This is a more modern map, but at around the 70 to 75th degree parallel, like degree, like the Arctic Circle starts at around here and goes all the way around. Now, in this map, you can actually kind of tell, if you use your imagination, if these lines were actually running at slightly of a downward inclined angle. Look what happens to the landmass of Greenland. And this is a more modern map that, like, is supposed to be very accurate. Oh, and the island I was trying to remember that got all broken up in the previous one was Ellesmere Island, and it's like the group around here. Now, just to show how stupid some people used to be, look at this map of the Queen, okay? Like, and this is supposed to be Europe, but I think, anyway. I'm not actually sure. If you know, let me know. This is Africa, Asia, Germany, and a whole bunch of other places are labeled as well. Scythia, because back then there was the Scythians. If you want to look up the history of the Scythians, they weren't a very nice people. And, ouch. No offense to the Scythians out there. But as we can see, even back then, the church played a very, like, strong role in people's mentality and their mind. And, yeah, right in here in the middle, Bohemia. And it's even in a grove. Bohemian Grove. The heart of it all. Where all the secrets that they do go on. And all the stupid people, I guess that includes me, we allow it year after year after year. See, there's even like a serpent or something crawling out of it. That's creepy. But onto the other images of Agartha, the Bargos Islands, and Hollow Earth. I'm sure everyone's seen this. This one isn't that hard to obtain. You can find it through Google image search. And like, I really am fond of this image because if you just look at the people in it, there's like 3 men guarding the corners of the earth, and none of them look very happy. If you ask me. Look like they got a secret, and they don't want to tell you what's on the other side of that map. Dun dun dun. But yeah, this is a map from 1493, Secunda Etas Mundi. Now, if you're wondering what the great eye of the pyramid, if you wanted to know some more symbology behind what it really is, well, this is what it really is. It's this 2-headed, fucked up, scary looking bird. When you see this bird, you know that a part of its ancient roots is founded in, well, the kingships that have gone on. It really works with religious figures as well, to kind of enslave you all to be not thinking questions like this. But yeah, a whole bunch of you out there are. Alright, now this one, obviously I'm going through them and I'm just showing you the best examples, but just in case you haven't seen these before, here's one of Greenland. Canada's over here. Like that little amount there is Canada. And over here we have the Bargos. And it's supposed to be, one thing I want to mention about the Vikings is that they all went missing from Greenland. And I actually saw a documentary on this that was on television. If you look up Vikings disappear, Greenland, Vikings disappear documentary, I'm sure you'll find it. And it said that they all migrated north, which would be like this, well, in this it would actually be this way, but it's no longer like that. Things have shifted since this day, because Friesland is also no longer there, which is this island here. See? Friesland. And if you actually look up a deep undersea map, topographic map, it will show you that there is actually a landmass under the ocean there, off the coast of Greenland. Which to me just raises more questions, because it would further validate that if Friesland used to be there, and it is submerged underwater now, then it must have been, you know, there must have been less water as well. Which only raises more questions, I think. But yeah, there are lots of ancient maps that show some activity going on here. And Mercator himself, I would like to point out, also said that he took his maps from other source maps. Like, this is back in the time of, like, Alexandria people. Like, ancient sources of knowledge and wisdom were available to the people. And even, like, Hindus and people of the Quran have ancient legends about the hollows of the earth, and even cities and stuff inside the earth. And here you can see, like, there's not even any Great Lakes, really. Like, maybe they were there and they hadn't discovered them, but they do really show the coastline here. And Grokland, this island breaks up and turns into a cluster of smaller islands, Ellesmere Island. And Greenland seems to be much more shifted, with the end over here facing northwards. So things have changed, as well as now there's a lot more water. Because that doesn't look like the Great Lakes to me. And kind of looks like they, you know, had it depicted as if, like, ships and stuff had sailed through there before. Yeah, and then back in the day, I just want to point out, this is children in an LCBO, and read the sign, people. Ye who enter, leave your cares behind. I just want to point out that a lot of the things in the dark, esoteric, dull care has a lot to do with the Bohemian Grove, and a lot of the sacrifices that go on. So, leave your care behind. They're just saying to forget about it. Here's another one that shows the Bar Ghost from a different perspective. And yeah, it still shows Greenland. It's very similar to the another map that I showed you, but it's drawn from, like, a different angle. And I'm not going to show Google Earth in this, because then it would become copyrighted, and I think they'd get mad at me for some reason. So, but if you use your own Google Earth and explore all of this, see this red line? That's like the Arctic border. So this is like the Arctic tundra as soon as you enter it, and it goes all the way around, and you can explore the land masses here. And if you explore the coasts and the lakes, one kind of, like, oddity that I noticed is that all of the lakes will be striated this way. Okay, so if you're here they go this way. If you're here, they go straight up and down. And if you're here, they kind of like point north, which seems very odd to me. But Google Earth has a lot of like Greenland in this part. Specifically, this part is all censored and like whited out, which to me just raises more questions. So I wanted to share that with you. And here's another one. Just fascinating to me to explore ancient cultures. Looking at their maps gives perspective so much on them. This is probably the most famous of the Mercator maps that have the Bargos Islands depicted on them. Let's give you a little tour. This is the island of the Pygmies. See, it says like Pygmy inhabits, like this is their habitat. Now, I just find it odd that they would put any text at all if it was all completely made up. Why do they have information about it? And then here's supposed to be like the Grand Canyon kind of thing, where it just collapses in on itself at the center point there. I hope that this video has been fun and entertaining. Over and out for now. And I'm going to try to edit and splice this together with some of me too.